we're going to look at unproduced, unreleased figures from the Ewoks cartoon line and the Droids line. First, let's start with the Droids. In 1985, the cartoon series Droids aired, and Kenner released figures based on these action figures. But there was only one series of these released. But Kenner did have plans for Series 2. Now, I'll be completely honest with you. These are some wacky names, and I didn't really know the show. Anyone that watches my videos over a course of an hour or more, probably less than that, knows I'm not very good at pronouncing names, especially names I never heard of. So I'm going to try my best to pronounce these names, or I might just give up and write the name on the video. I don't know. But let's look at the second series of Droids action figures that were planned. By 1985, I was out of Star Wars and out of toys, at least for a few years. So I really didn't know this line, really didn't watch the cartoon either. But let's look at what we almost got released in the second series. First up, Cancellation. Again, I hope I said that right. Cancellation is the evil miner from the Droids cartoon series. As you can see, these figures were pretty close to being released, as most of them was already painted and tested on cards. But these are just prototypes. The figures could have looked a lot different before release. This, and many of the other ones we'll look at, was shown as samples at Toy Fair and appeared in some of the Kenner catalogs. There's only 2 known samples of this one that exist. Now let's look at Manjapa. Hope I said that right again, Manjapa. She, like the others, come with a gold coin, much like the silver Power of the Force coin, but gold. One name's probably easier for me to say, Jessica Meade, and here she is. Again, I don't really know the character, but here she is on the card of what she would have looked like. Although I didn't collect the Droids line, I must say I really do love the artwork of the card. If you notice on the card, if you look closely, you'll see C-3PO in the background, and yes, Max Rebo from the Max Rebo band. And who would have guessed there was a governor on the Droids cartoon line? And here he is, Governor Cornyn. And he comes with some kind of weapon or tool. I'm not really sure what it is. Maybe it's something he used to govern with. As you can see, the card here is a very early prototype. And here is a strange looking alien. Looks like something you might see on Scooby-Doo, Gaff. And I really love the art card here. Look at him, terrorizing C-3PO. C-3PO, get off your knees! Mongo Bumblebad, I guess that's how you say it. A human character that would have been released in the second series of Droids. I don't know why I keep saying that. You all know everything was going to be from the second series. And here's Admiral Screed. Another cool looking figure if you ask me. We don't have a carded sample, but we have him loose. The gun he comes with looks very close to the one used by the AT-AT driver. Now there was one figure that got released for the second series of Droids, but it wasn't released in the US, only in Brazil, and it is probably the rarest common figure there is. By common I mean it's not a variant or anything like that, it's just a common release, and it is one of the rarest figures there is. I believe it's pronounced Volux, but if I'm wrong, sorry. Now I threw up this one here so you can see what the Kenner card would have looked like on this figure, because we never got it on a Kenner card. And here he is loose. He's got some really thin ankles for such a big body, but he's a pretty cool looking figure. Again, this figure was only released in Brazil under the Gaslight line. But here's what it would have looked like on a Kenner card. However, if you notice, the sample card is missing a nameplate.
Within this gem lay great magical powers for good and evil.
Well, let's get on with the video and look at some Ewok action figures that we didn't get. First up, the Ewok Chador. I believe I said that one right. Looks like something from a Ninja Turtles line. There's only one known carded example of this figure. If you look at the bottom of the figure here, you can see that his name's written on the bottom of his foot. But don't worry, it wasn't going to be released like that. And here's one based on a Ewok that was released in the Return of the Jedi line, Chief Chirpa. So I know how to say that one because I know who Chief Chirpa is. And he's from the Ewok cartoon here, and here's the cartoon version of him. As you can see here on the test sample card, it shows the coin a B-Wing pilot. Of course, it wouldn't have came with the B-Wing pilot coin if released. What I like about here is that they didn't just take the figure already made and slap him onto an Ewok card like they did the A-Wing pilot or Boba Fett. Here is a whole new figure. And here's a strange looking one, Bondo. And I don't believe this one's an Ewok unless maybe it's a shaved Ewok. But here he is on his test sample card. Or is it a her? I'm not really sure, to be honest. Another Ewok that made the jump from the film to the TV show is Papalu. And here he is, again with a B-Wing coin that would have been replaced if released. As you can see here, it's not anything like the Papalu Ewok that was released in the movie line. And here's Morag the Witch. Not really sure what a Morag is. I know what a witch is, but I'm not really sure about Morag. But I believe I'm saying that one right. It's a weird looking figure for sure. As you can see here from the sample card, it has the right coin with it. And the final figure we didn't get from the Series 2 Ewok toy line is Weechee. W-E-E-C-H-E-E. Weechee. Yeah, I think I said that one right. Look at this one here. He comes with a small dagger. Again, like the Droids line, I love the artwork on these cards. And here's Weechee struggling to catch a fish. Well, that's a look at Series 2 of the Ewok action figures that was never released. The sales for the Ewok figures and Droids figures was pretty low, as well for the Star Wars movie figures in 1985. So, as you all know, in 1985, not only was the movie line action figures canceled, the Ewok and Droids figure lines were canceled too by Kenner. So, we never got these. I want to thank you for watching. As always, please subscribe to this channel. Hit thumbs up so YouTube knows you like my content. And better, I know you like it, so I know what kind of videos you rather me make than the ones you don't want me to make. And in the comments below, let me know what you think about the Ewok action figure. Do you wish you got some of these in Series 2? If you did, which one will you had your eye on the most? And until the next video, we will talk again.
Hey, Junkman channel popping though.
Thank you, sir, for that unsolicited testimony.